So guys, my plan is we actually have two machine gun groups over here, and this hill is actually going down. Now this is where the enemy command vehicle was last spotted and where we have to head. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to move this machine gun team over here to sort of the edge of this hill. I'm going to do the same with the other machine gun team, and then we will deploy. And what this is going to do is we get a downhill view, essentially, of what the enemy is doing. Now I'm also concerned because there are buildings here. The enemy loves to hang out near buildings. So we need to go ahead and approach this with caution. I'm going to keep my spotter back here so he can call in artillery support. We'll go ahead and grab our infantry units and start moving them over here. Let's get the battle started. We really just need to be careful. But if we can get a few eyes on the ground, as it were, and spot where the enemy is, we're going to be a lot better off. Let's take a look at our boys moving through the woods. Pretty awesome. The U.S. troops are moving. You can see they have some ATGMs or anti-tank guided missiles on their back. That should be pretty useful if we come across any armor whatsoever. But we just have to approach this with caution. I really want to stay on this side of the road over here. But it looks like my guys have different plans. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel that movement right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick movement to the center of the street. Same with these guys. I'm going to cancel the movement, do a quick movement right to the center of the street. And there we go. We're already taking fire from the enemy, guys. I'll stop here. I will deploy my guns. So we're going to deploy the weapon. I'll do the same with this guy. We will deploy our weapon. And hopefully this is going to work out for the best. We're going to have to return fire. Our guys are getting down, as you can see. I want to see if we have any casualties. I don't think so yet, but the men are definitely careful. And as you can see, these sounds in this game for the actual gunfire are extremely realistic. You could just hear that wind breaking all around us. And right now our men are definitely stuck. I'm trying to figure out a way to deal with this, and I already know a way. We're going to go ahead and call in some artillery. Now, I would assume that the enemy is firing from this town area, so we're going to go call in, and we will select a area target. And I think I'm going to aim around this area. No line of sight. Damn it. Let's try to select a point target. No line of sight. All right, we have to actually move our spotters up a little bit more, too. So I'm going to move the spotters up. And let's take a look and see if our infantry are under fire. Whoa! What was that? We just had some incoming. I don't know if that was incoming towards them or towards, or I should say, enemy fire or friendly fire. But definitely not safe. I didn't actually see an explosion. Oh, there we go. Okay, the enemy is definitely trying to hit us from the town. It looks like they've got eyes on us too. Let's see if we can go ahead and spot them at this point. We'll go ahead and do a point target. And it does seem we can go ahead and strike. So I'm going to go ahead and strike. I'm going to ask for 2 artillery support, emergency support. We're going to ask for the maximum available. And let's ask to confirm that. And at this point... Oh, I want to change that, actually. I want to change that. Let's go ahead. We're going to cease fire.
Take fire.
And we're going to readjust now, because now I see where the enemy has this machine gun. And let's see if we can spot these guys. Point target. Strike target over here. 2, emergency, maximum, general, immediate, confirmed. Now we are waiting for a fire mission, guys. We're trying to get our artillery to take these guys out. As you can see right now, our men can't seem to spot those artillery units. And so far we've got 1 casualty, 4 casualties total on our side. So we really need to improve our odds. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and move these soldiers a little farther up. Our infantry brigades, same with these guys over here. We'll move them up too. Boom! There we go! We've got some artillery coming in for us. That's definitely our mortars, but they're not really striking anywhere close to that machine gun. Boom! Once again, another hit on the enemy CP. I'm not really sure if it's going to get any kills. We will soon find out. But the enemy is definitely firing mortar rounds at our men crossing here. And it's probably because of this opening. They can spot us pretty easily. That's not going to make our job any easier. But luckily, this artillery is actually going to save our guys a little bit of time. As you can see, the artillery will generate smoke just from the actual impact, and this will make it a lot harder for the enemy to see us. As for these guys, I don't know what they're doing, but I want them to move quickly back here. Go, boys, go. Make sure our guys don't come under fire. Alright, I think our artillery is doing the trick at this point. We're at least keeping the enemy on their toes, and I think what I want to do is actually move one of these machine guns up a bit. They have taken some nasty hits, to be honest with you. Let's go move these guys up. Looks like the artillery barrage is over. The enemy's probably not too concerned about that anymore. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, we got more coming in. So while that's happening, guys, I'm going to go ahead and try to move these guys to the area over here where the enemy command vehicle is. I'm going to move them over here into this sort of apple orchard. Looks like an apple orchard anyway. And just keep that gunfire up. Just keep firing at that position. Well, let's get these machine gun guys and see if they can go ahead and get even closer to the enemy point. And as for these guys, I'll go ahead and deploy them. Wow, look at all of the shell holes over here. Now, funny enough, we didn't get anywhere near where we saw that enemy machine gun fire from, but hopefully we killed something. Holy crap. All right, the enemy's firing some mortars back at us. There we go. That was a little closer, and maybe we'll get them with some shrapnel. So you have to, obviously, keep the faith, as it were. Let's see how our boys are doing over here. Alright, so no fire is yet come to our men. Obviously, that could change. But what I want to do is just get to the enemy CP vehicle. We have to get these enemy CP vehicles as well, but not yet. We can obviously take our time, and I'm really just trying to move this guy into a location, hopefully into a building. Let's try to move him into this building. Hopefully there won't be anybody inside, although there very well might be. And we'll move these guys over here. So right now I'm not selecting any new artillery targets just because I'm not 100% sure whether or not the enemy is still in the area or whether they've dispersed. But we're going to go ahead and send this guy sort of across the field into the town and try to take it over. And I think I'll go ahead and call off my artillery. So actually they're empty. Holy crap. I'm not surprised. Let's take another look.
End of mission. Out.
Yeah, absolutely empty. So at this point, we really are just relying on those last few artillery strikes. It does look like we're going to get into position here, and that's the enemy vehicle right there, which we had to take over. So as long as our gunner can get into this building, I'm going to feel a lot better. And we have to be careful, because as you can see, we had an artillery strike very close here, and friendly fire is definitely possible in this game. Okay, objective intelligence material found, guys. That's a good start. As you can see, we've got some enemy units back here, but luckily they're not actually at the town. Let's grab our guys, try to move into the town. Actually, they're already on the way. That's awesome. And we will also move these guys. Ooh, taking some nasty shots here. Try to move them quick over here to the enemy CP as well. Come on, guys. You gotta move quickly. Holy shit! Alright, one of our men was down for sure. At this point, the gunfire is coming from here, and that is heavy gunfire, without a doubt. At this point, I wish I could do something about that, but I'm not sending my men into a death trap. Looks like they're already in one. Oh my dear. Alright, we should have certainly saved our artillery shots. I'm not even sure if we got any kills on the enemy. But we're going to go ahead and move into here, and we will call a ceasefire once we get to the safety of this area. I will check once again to see if we have any more artillery to fire, but I'm pretty sure we are out. We have spent everything. And as you can see, we're taking a lot of fire from locations we can't see. This is part of modern war. Obviously, sometimes you don't know where the enemy's firing from. Our men are trying to sneak towards the location, of course, as best they can without taking any hits, and so far they're doing an okay job. Let's take a look at the enemy machine gun position over here. They're nicely set up there. Got really good cover. Come on, guys. Let's go ahead and see if we can deploy this guy right here. We've got more artillery coming in, guys. Oh, and now it's actually trying to hit our unit here. And actually, this is mortar fire, and they have managed to hit our guy. You can see one of them is down, sort of wounded. The other one is just standing watch, but no, he's down too. These guys are in a lot of trouble. We certainly did not deal with the Russians as best we could, but obviously our mission was to just collect this information, etc. So if we accomplish that, we're going to accomplish the mission itself. And I'm actually curious to see if our mortars, or I should say our artillery, killed anyone at all. I really am curious. And we will find out at the end of the mission. At this point, I want these guys to really hurry up. They're so close to being in a safe spot. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch their movement. And they're actually going to go ahead and take it upon themselves to start retreating quickly. Or forward marching in any case. And as you can see, they are exhausted, so they're not exactly watching the battlefield too much. We have secured the intelligence, so there's not as much of a need, obviously, to do that. Let's go ahead and take a look. Still some gunfire happening, but I don't see where it's coming from, so we should be all right. At this point, our guys aren't even concerned. And that may be that simple. We have taken one of the intelligence. We located the other enemy CP vehicle, which is great. So we have located both CP vehicles. However, there are more over here, which we want to get to and inspect. So let's go ahead and do that. Get the movement going, and we'll move over here to this enemy CP. And we'll also get the gunner out. He's not doing much right now, and send him to this second enemy CP. Let's see, we got any more? Where are those rounds coming from? There we go. I think they may have totally taken out our machine gunner. Sadly, they did. Still got our spotter, but he's really not of much use right now. Whew. Glad our guys are nowhere near that area. They're just kind of firing at an open field. Although we did the same mistake. Let's go ahead and see if we can secure the other enemy control vehicles. Or command vehicles, I should say. As you can see, one of the problems with our men is they are so exhausted they want to leave. They don't want to even go to these command points to check them out. Let's go ahead, move him here. He might be able to go ahead and complete the mission for us. There we go. We've located another one, guys. And we are going to go ahead and locate the final one. Look at our first PKM team. He's got a beautiful machine gun. And there we go. We found some more intelligence, guys. So right now, the mission is completed. Despite taking casualties, if we could stop here and end the battle, then we have essentially completed our mission objectives, and we should get a mission complete, despite not really being able to confront that Russian resistance. Let's go ahead and see how we did. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the menu. I am going to suggest a ceasefire, and of course the enemy will accept. And after action report is a draw. Unbelievable. So at this point, we hurt no enemies whatsoever. We did manage to secure most of the parameters, but we failed on one of these. So a pretty interesting battle there. The enemy only had 12 men sort of in this battle. We only had, I'm guessing, about something like 24 men, 23 men. So we're going to go ahead and call that an okay battle, but certainly we could do better next time. Hope you guys liked this first look at combat mission. This battle was basically a recon battle. It's much smaller than most of the battles in the game. Most of them have tanks, APCs, etc. So I do hope you guys will want to see more missions in the future, and thank you for watching.